Welcome back to Sun Country Golf TV. This week is one of the biggest weeks in the Sun Country Amateur Golf Tournament schedule. We are beginning the championship week of the 2014 New Mexico West Texas Amateur Championship, our premier men's amateur championship in all of New Mexico and West Texas. I'm Nick Geyer, and I am going to take you through a little bit of a feature talking about this year's New Mexico West Texas Amateur Championship and what the Canyon Club has to offer for this year's tournament. A 60-man field trying to identify the best amateur in all of New Mexico and West Texas, the Sun Country. We'll talk a little bit about what the golf course has to offer and how one of those competitors will come out on top this week.
Thanks, Nick. I'm back here at the 15th hole at the Canyon Club. It's an uphill par 5, dog legs to the left. As you can see, lots of undulation, lots of breaking here in the fairways at the Canyon Club. This place is a premium on tee shots here that we'll play. We can also see lots of trees to the right and left of every fairway, acting as a deterrent to prevent you from trying anything too bold. That's what to do when you hit the fairway at the Canyon Club. Now we're going to go over to Brian, who's going to tell you what to do if you don't hit the fairway.
Here we are on hole number 12 at Canyon Club, talking about recovery shots after your drive. I've missed the fairway by about 20 yards here on the right side. Trying to get an approach shot here at the Canyon Club. It's all about missing it on the right side. There's plenty of holes where you can miss it on the left or on the right and still have a good shot to the green. Here's a shot right here, probably about 120 out. Just a little shot over the tree to the green, and you'll be good to go. Coming up next, we'll have Wes with recovery around the green. Thanks, Brian. Now we're going to talk about following up on your recovery. A good place to miss here at Canyon Club. Obviously, with all the bunkers around, you don't want to miss at a bad spot. You want to give yourself a good shot following to the hole. Right here is a good example. You missed right instead of missing short or left. And now instead of having an uphill chip, you actually have a close chip where you should be able to make progress and get it closer than where you normally would. And from there, we'll turn it over to Dana. We're talking about the greens.
Thanks, Wes. Okay, now that all of our players in the New Mexico West Texas AM have navigated the rest of the golf course, they now find their ways to the greens here at the Canyon Club. For those of you that have been around Albuquerque and Canyon Club golf in the past, you know that the golf courses out here are some of the most treacherous that we'll find in Albuquerque and maybe even all of New Mexico and the Sun Country. So this really becomes the game within the game for all the competitors this week of the Amateur. So once they make their way through off the tee, through the fairway, through Wes and Brian's recovery areas and find themselves on the green, their strategy starts to change a little bit because the game is not just over once they make it onto the green or the putting surface. So the strategy out here really is to keep the ball below the hole because there's so much undulation on these golf courses and there's different parts within each green. So it really becomes target golf for all of our competitors this week and choosing what part of the green they want to hit it at and trying to keep the ball below the hole in that area. For those of you that have been out here before, you know that the entire golf course really runs off the side of the mountain, the proverbial 4 hills, so to speak. So as it runs away from the 4 hills and down towards the city and the river, you start to get a lot of undulation on this golf course, not only in the golf course proper, but specifically the greens. As you'll see here with me on this par 3, the players are going to have to be really careful about where they hit their ball. If they come up short, they want to always keep it below the hole, but if they get too far below the hole, very possible that they're going to get into a situation where if they get a little backspin on their ball, they may see it roll all the way off the front edge of the green, and now they have while hitting in, they thought they were going to have a shot at birdie. Now they're going to have a lot tougher chance to get up and down and save par, which is going to be key this week as they try to win the New Mexico West Texas Amateur Championship. So with that, let's throw it over to Nick, who's going to talk about par 3s in general.
We've made it to the 6th hole at the Canyon Club, and the reason that we're stopping here is because I wanted to talk a little bit about the last feature of the golf club that's really going to determine who our 2014 New Mexico West Texas Amateur Champion is. If you look over my shoulder, it's the signature par 3. Now, I'm going to talk about a little bit about all of the par 3s this week, because the hole locations are going to be tucked, and despite there being a lack of length on the par 3s, they are really difficult if we don't get the ball into play into the right area. So if you look over my shoulder, you'll notice that there is a multitude of bunkers on the right-hand side, but also a steep drop-off on the left-hand side. Each one of the par 3s at the Canyon Club has kind of a sided feature like this, where one side is vastly different than the other. If the competitors through the course of the 3 days of the championship can really pick the side that they want to miss on, or more accurately, just hit it on the middle of the green, they're going to play the par 3s at even or better, and that's really going to be a huge advantage when it comes to beating the field just on these par 3s. Thank you for watching our feature on the 2014 New Mexico West Texas Amateur Championship at the Canyon Club. We're really excited to get this championship started. Tee time start at 1:30 p.m. on Friday, and we hope you can come out and watch. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Sun Country Golf, and check our website, suncountrygolf.org, for all the live updates. This has been a Sun Country Golf TV production.